Welcome to our other episodes. We are doing series of providing solutions to many parents out there who are sending us messages and questions from different parts of the world. They're inquiring about different issues that they face in the journey of parenting boys. With me, I have, as usual, the expert, Mr. Godfrey Kutesa, whom I'm going to read a question in 1 minute. Mr. Kutesa, it goes. Hi, Boys Mentorships. I hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out because I'm going through a tough time as a single mother. Since separating from my child's father many years ago, when my son was only 5 years old, it's been challenging to juggle everything on my own. My 15-year-old son, I won't mention the name, is going through a rebellious phase. And I'm worried about the choices he is making as a teenager. I would appreciate any advice or resources you can provide, especially regarding mentorship or counseling, since you specialize in working with boys who are teenagers and also brought up by single parents. What about me?
Well, that's a very good question. This is our English version. We usually have episodes in Uganda, and they deemed it awesome for us to be able to have these episodes in English.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to commend that parent who wrote that. I want to commend her for being able to raise that child single-handedly. To raise a child single-handedly is a gift.
It's a gift.
Yes, it's a gift. It's not something that everyone can do.
Okay.
Yes, but some time ago I told you that raising a child is not the same as growing a child.
Raising
Yes.
is not the same as growing.
Yes, growing a child. A child can grow but has not been raised. All right? Yeah, just like kids on the street, they grow, but they have not been raised. You cannot say they've been raised on the street. No, they've been grown on the streets. To raise requires another passion, to be part, to be intentional in the life of this child, to say this is how we do things, this is what you do, this is you don't do this. That is being intentional. So I commend that parent, the mother who is doing that. Now she mentions that her son is 15 years old and is trying to show rebellious behavior. It is expected. Some time ago in the Luganda version, I was sharing with principal, I mentioned that when you have been raising your child as a single mother, when you've been intentional with raising, at a later stage in life, it is expected for your child to be rebellious. But that rebellious is healthy. It's not the bad rebellion, it's a healthy rebellion.
Okay.
It's a healthy rebellion because your son is going through a phase of growth. Now, you as a mother, you might be struggling with recognizing that stage and phrase.
Okay.
You still see this young man as this 5-year-old, as an 8-year-old who wanted to tag along with you.
And had to obey you.
Yes. Then he had fun being with you. Right now, he's growing into a man, 15 years old. You're just three years shy from 18. He's going to be a man. Sometimes he will not do things the way you want them or how you've asked them. Sometimes things are going to be troublesome for them.
So does it seem like the mom is expecting what was happening years ago, or she expected the smooth ride?
She expected, yes, that's the thing. She expected the smooth ride. She did not think that this boy is becoming a male, a man. That means the way of perceiving information is different. The way of, it's not the boy that you're going to now remind that go and shower. He will tell you, Mom, I know you don't need to tell me to go and shower. I know, Mom, you should stop doing that. Then if the mom picks that up as a negative attitude and says, my son is being rebellious, then that's not good. There is that part, that's part one. There's also part two of a child being really rebellious because you did not do your job. Yes. Because you did not do your job.
For example.
For example, you did not teach this child to be able to do things on their own. In other words, you are doing everything for him. Now you are telling him to do things for himself, yet you opened up the way of doing things, that I will do these things for you, always. I can handle these things for you, always.
Son's way.
Yes, now the son's like, why are you telling me to do things that you used to do? That's the rebellion, number two. That comes off from a bad seed that has been sown before. But the other one comes off from the good seed that has been sown before.
Yeah.
The other one is healthy, this is unhealthy. So the mother who's written that to Dear Boys Mentorship, I'd love to encourage you to analyze and do a diagnostic test. Which rebellion is your son going through? Yes, is he rebellious to you but obedient to other people? That means that you are falling into the bad, the good one. But him, yes, you ask.
Yes, because, okay, I later had a phone conversation with her, but not to disclose. She mentioned that sometimes the son goes away to maybe the cousins and so on and so forth, and seems to blend well and
with other people.
Yes, with other people.
Yes, now that son is going through the good rebellion. He is trying to detach himself from the mom's care, from the mom's mothering.
Many years.
Yes, for the many years.
How about she also mentioned about some choices she realizes are not good choices. So maybe how can she help in the making of the choices?
Okay, so when it comes to choices, mommy has to be able to look out for the father or male figures.
Okay.
Some of the choices about sons cannot be taught by you. 15 years is the time when the father is needed in the life of a child. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The boy needs the father. The word is need, not want.
But Mr. Oxes, many ladies we hear from, especially single parents, will say, no, look here, I cannot even let him go close. He was so toxic and, so on and so forth. And let's take it in the worst case scenario. Let's use worst case scenario so that those who are in the other category maybe can help. So let's say maybe she has nothing to do with the father of the child and also any other male figure who was in that surrounding. How do you help such a...
Which surrounding?
I mean the surrounding of the closest people. Maybe the father had friends or brothers but now the mother feels like he may be indoctrinated or intoxicated with certain behavior. That's why she left the father after all. So how then does she maybe have a fresh start? Where does she start from?
You start off by seeking out a support system that is male-centered.
Support system?
Yes, that is male-centered. You cannot always say that all the 20 people that are surrounding the father are bad.
So in other words, you're telling the single mother that it's actually a bad attitude to say that all
men cannot be bad. Even if they are the closest people to the father of your child, but they cannot all be bad at the same time.
Okay.
It's impossible. She has to lower her guard as well. The more she holds on to the son, the more she's going to lose the son, because the son is now demanding for a male figure, a male representation. The son needs a male representation into his life. By 15 years, the boy is not interested that much in the mother's talk. He's interested in the mother's care and what, but not the mother's talk. Yet the mother's care is not relevant at that time. So she has to look out for other stakeholders. You do not parent the child alone. You cannot parent a boy alone. You look out for other stakeholders. You look out for programs.
Yeah.
You look out for programs, church programs. All Saints has got a program. Look out. Soccer coaches, basketball coaches. look out for a male figure that can speak directly into the life of that child. Remember, we're looking at two. We're looking at one who is rebellious but obedient when he goes out. To other teachers, he is obedient. To other, that's one. Two, we're also looking at one who is rebellious at home, but also rebellious out there. That one who is rebellious out there, you did a very bad job. That one who is obedient out there, you did a good job. But this rebellion is healthy, is part of the stage.
And it is seeking for let me go, in quotes.
Yes. It's saying that I need another person to talk to me. Enough of you, mom. That's it. So the mom shouldn't beat herself up.
Okay.
She has got an opportunity to correct and to guide. Yes, but 15 years, the child needs a man to speak into his life, not a woman.
Okay, perfect. And finally, this is a single issue, or one person has come on, but I believe there are many out there, especially single moms today, and they're always complaining of absent fathers. Sometimes maybe the father is present and not toxic, and the single mother tries to reach out to the father figure, or the father, actually the actual father of the child, and then maybe they get resentment, or the man is not coming forth. So how do they, in that case, a 15-year-old, they know, how do they break it to the son? Even when the son knows that, okay, your dad is there, but I can't let you, or you can't have time with him. Since the boy is already literally from the signs that he needs that father figure.
All right. Okay. Now that's a big topic as well. I wouldn't want us to have it here today. We'll have that, yes, in brief. But it's very, very important. There's what we call graded exposure. You expose in grade, in limitation. You don't your graded exposure. Your father is there, and you can always see him anytime you want.
Okay.
But for now, you're still under my care.
Yes.
You don't need to add on. Now you see, I'm the one taking care of you. Your father is an idiot. He dumped you here. Now I've been wrestling with you. Going to that man is to betray me. You cannot do that. Mothers do not do that. The Bible says, blessed are the peacemakers. All right. So you want to be a peacemaker into the life of your son, in the heart of your son, because he needs that man. That man will always be his father. If he's a deadbeat man, he's a deadbeat father, but he will always be that father. So what do you do as a mother? The father is there. You keep saying if you ever feel that you want to talk to your father, here's your number.
Okay.
If you ever, do not limit, because the more you limit, that curiosity of your son will be able to make him want him to seek the other party that you are hiding. And that doesn't always turn out well. I've seen children who are rebelled against their mothers because their mothers were telling them evil about their fathers.
Okay.
That's not your place to do as a mother. It's not your place to do. Yes, do your job and do it humbly and gently, and you will see things falling into place.
Yeah. And also, maybe just a voice, you can remind them that there are successful single mothers out there.
Yes, there are many of them. My mom was a single mom. She was a single mom. She was a single mom, and of course she struggled, There is a very, very big struggle with this being a single mom.
Yes.
Very big struggle. You need God. You need God. But you see, God is not going to come out and punish your children. God is not going to come out and let's say and talk to your children that stop doing this. Yes, but there are lots of successful mothers. There are lots of men that have been raised by single moms.
Yeah.
Right? Very many. But of course, there will always be a vacuum somewhere.
That's where the father figure comes.
Yes. Let's stop there for today.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Octefa. Thank you, viewers. This is just one of the few of The episodes will continue sharing as and when we are able to, when the questions come in. But otherwise, thank you for tuning in. It was The Boys TV. See you next time.